All right. Good morning, everyone. How we doing? Happy Thursday. Nasdaq, another big gap higher this morning. Massive gap higher. Yesterday, we see the near-term range high reject. It kind of started during Tuesday's session. Wednesday shows that follow through down into near-term range low. Now we're trading much higher overnight. Let's see from yesterday's low. Trading 520 points higher from yesterday's low. A pretty massive move overnight. NQ's only up 1%. It's still pretty good, but as far as from the move from yesterday's low, it's a little more than 2%. Pretty big for the index. Pretty big for the index. So NQ right now is coming into near-term resistance. Pretty much has crossed the entirety of the range during the overnight session, which for me is a bit unfortunate because I like to trade long. And so price is coming into resistance. How much more upside can I really see here? Maybe into 26K, but that's only 50 points higher. That could be like, one minute candle right off the open and it's into 26K. So this morning will definitely be a morning of keeping an eye on the higher time frame structure and just overall just staying patient. Kind of want to see how price is going to be responding to this area up into here. Are sellers going to continue to defend this spot, or are we finally going to see a break and maybe a test getting closer into the Nasdaq all-time high? TBD. Let's see the open. We have 3.5 minutes, but that's kind of where my mindset is at right now. Pratik, not a great setup for long. Yeah, same page. We'll see. Let's see what this open looks like. Maybe we see some retracement off the open, right? I would be looking at 25,820 is kind of the nearest downside level of interest. Yeah, prior day high down in that area. You got extended hours volume point of control right through there. PJ, what's up, man? Good morning. So NQ testing the weekly open right here. That's where that overnight high is at. And we have 30 seconds till the open. Yeah, we're going to be looking at a huge gap. Let's see what this gap looks like on the 5-minute RTH. Look at that gap. My goodness. All right, we got the open right at, what is that, 923? 25923. Okay. Bring that in. There we go. Matt Kelly, good morning. PJ holding gold from the range low. Nice. Good volume right off the open. We're just staying patient right now. We need some good trade location. Extended hours volume point of control shifts higher right in this 900 area. 25 900, 25 910. Let's take a look across the board. ES pretty much mirroring. And Q so far, let's see that GC. Oh, nice. Yeah, nice play right there. PJ. Let's see that zone. Yeah, we were talking about that. No, that was down here. Actually, that was last week. Yeah, that was last week. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Gold trade's nice and technical. Silver too. Silver is something else though. Silver is something else. This thing's crazy. NASDAQ pressing the lows. Let's see RTY right here near our overnight high, prior day high area. What else we have? YM. Good old Dow. Dow pretty strong this morning. Okay. NASDAQ, all right, fresh lows. I'll be looking, like I said, 25,820. No level. Let me get there. There's 865. Just no man's land. Yeah, look at that 2 hour bar. Perfect test of the weekly open. You got weekly volume point of control right here at 25,900. Patience right now. Mario, you shut the opening drive. Mario and D-Wall short. Nice. Beautiful. Closed it out. Nice trade. Nice trade, Mario. Good start to the day. Nasdaq bounced from 850. Got some overnight structure right through there. That's about it. Rich first bullish engulfing and not touching it. No man's land. Yeah, we're chilling. We're just chilling. Let the trade come to us. Still cash this morning. Let it work. Okay, a little bounce and reject from point of control. D-Wall just reloaded the short. Nice, man. D-Wall had his espresso this morning, that's for sure. Hourly shows a doji right now. Sit on hands till 10 a.m. Yeah, Mario, I think that's the move, sir. Think I'm with you on that one. So after the reject from point of control, price did not make a new low of day. We're getting back into session highs. This is getting a little more interesting here with the overnight high 950. Let's see how overnight high is going to be treated. 25,951. Okay, new high of day. There's your overnight high. Is that up thrust or break above? 15-minute close as a wow, that 15-minute got saved in the last couple minutes here. So far, just an up thrust. Well, up thruster. That was a nice up thrust, man. That's what I like with the spring. Let's invert really quick. Oh, so good. Yeah, nice Mario. Good trade. Shorts are getting all the solid location this morning. That bounce was from no man's land, so no position. Where you place an entry? I can't see it. I didn't place an entry. When did I say anything about an entry? And volume just tapers right back down. Des said, "Don't follow." Des likes to post a message and then delete it like within 45 seconds. So if you're lucky, you'll get like a little Easter egg, the Des message. If you're not paying attention, it's just going to say message retracted. You want to get in trouble? For what? I don't think Misha's even awake yet, so you don't have anything to worry about. D-Wall trailed. That's a good trade, D-Wall. The up thrust was a good trade, man. 2 for 2 D-Wall. I think he's 3 for 3, actually. Sounds like he had the opening drive. The, the short, right? The reject at point of control for a scalp, and then the up thrust. Kind of the 3 short entries I can see this morning. Up thrust gave tight risk. Yeah, that's clean. It's nice. I see small volume profile on the side. Yeah, it's regular trading hours profile right there on the right. RTH. So now it's coming into lows here. Let's see how the session lows are going to be treated. 850 held on the first test this morning. I really don't have a level there. I would like a little bit lower 820 area. I don't want to lose sight of the higher time frames. So post 10 a.m., if price is making fresh lows, like, I trade long. Do I want to fade this 2 hour shooting star after near term range high has been rejected? Not really. Gabe, great job, man. Good patience there. Gabe knows how to hold him. Well done. We have 7 minutes till 10 a.m. There is a more minor data print at 10. Probably a nothing burger, but 15 minute is engulfing the prior bar so far. Looks like there's an attempt at the spring here. I don't have a level. I need a level right in this area. Is this financial advice? Nah, it's definitely not. Man, you gotta go. You got to go. Rich, that's helpful to hear. Wait for level. Yes, sir. Trade location. That's the basis of my system. Trade location. Rich wanted to go long there, but gotta wait. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we're gonna see. The way I think about it is like setups are a dime a dozen. You're gonna see setups all the time, but does any given setup without anything else have long term edge? Maybe not. Maybe not, right? But when you start to incorporate other things, trade location, volume, time of day, things of that nature, you really start to improve the edge of that setup. So we'll see setups frequently, but the setup with poor location, with poor volume, right? These are things that kind of work against, work against the edge. That's the way I think about it. It's like to bring in the confluence, not just the setup. Bring in trade location, bring in time of day, bring in relative volume, bring in higher time frame analysis. Then we start to get something that is really going to make money over the long term. Yeah, Marios. Yeah, well said right there. We tend to confuse setups or entries with strategies. Yep. Yes. Perfect way to put it. You can find entries at any time. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Dime a dozen. It's common. So we got 2 minutes till 10 a.m. Oh, it's all good, Gabe. It's all good. Our community's not for everyone. Like I'm at a point I really don't have to put up with anything that is like irritating or annoying. I was just like, get out of here. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Or at least have some sincerity in the questions that are being asked. I mean, pretty easy to tell if someone's serious or not. No time for trolls. So there's your 2 hour closure. That's a big shooting star. What's the low of that candle? 836. Yeah, so 840, 830 area. It's the hourly and 2 hour low, prior bar low. Volume's fairly light. Intraday looks like it may be kind of stepping lower here. We'll see. So far, 850's holding. Oh, There we go. So far, my morning is still cash. No trades yet. And like we talked about before the bell, price has just tested and potentially rejected higher time frame resistance. So not the best spot for longs. Yeah, you can, Des. I didn't even do that though. I just basically you can block the chat from certain people, so I don't have to read the messages. Rich first cash pre 10 a.m. of the year. Nice. Was a process win right there. We always got to acknowledge those process wins, especially when they mean not trading, because it feels like you're not trading, you're being unproductive. But if you're following your process, you're doing something right. Daily hold time. All right, let's see it. So right now, I'm waiting for either 820 or action above overnight high. Daily hold. Let's see. Hmm, need to. There, is that it? Yeah. What's everyone's score so far? Who's played already? Uh-huh. Oof. Oh man, a terrible start. It is. I need this. Nope. Oh my goodness. All right, first checkpoint. There we go. Find some rhythm. I just need a warm up. What do I do here? Okay. Oh, oh, now I'm whipping. Oh man. Nasdaq. Is that a new low? Not quite. All right. Don't lose sight of NQ here. Rich, you already gave up? What's going on? All right, we may have to shift the focus. NQ new low of day. Volume still below average. A series of lower lows here. 827.90 on watch. Yeah, same page. Got the level of interest and then prior day high. You got VWAP down in this area, extended hours value area low right through here as well, but it just gets absorbed. I want to see like a little flush here. The flushy does 29. All right, GG. This one right here is super tough. $29.32 PJ. All right. Oh, okay. There we go. I needed that. Oh, what if I just bypass that checkpoint? Yes. Come on. Oh, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. So NQ bounces. Another. I hate to even call that a spring, but it just undercuts the low, sweeps the low, little bounce there. Nothing I can do with it. Just based on trade location, at least so far. If RTH value area low moves a little bit lower, I can start to work with that. But preference right now is the 820 by 790. All right. Wow. Robbed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no way. There we go. Ooh. I think the move is up through here. Yep. There we go. 34. Wow. Terrible. Terrible. Plus 11. How's the morning for everyone? I'm still cash. I've not placed a single trade yet today. Cash day. Cash day. D-Wall solid green. Yeah, you've been hammering the shorts, D-Wall. Matt Red again. Post some trades in the think tank so we could give you some feedback. Mario 2 for 2. Well done. Jeff, Cash, PJ 1 of 1. Nice work. Gabe 1 for 1. Rich Cash. Zacadilla, little green. Allen 2 for 2. Pratik 2 for 3. Cash, small green. Nice. Nice. All right. All right. All right. Volume's below average. So Swamiki. First time here, how do you measure volume? There's a relative volume tool that I built available to our community members. If you're in the Traders Think Tank, leave your TradingView username on the post and the resources tab. But basically, the way that this works, true relative volume looks at same time of day over a certain number of day look back. So this is on a 5-day look back, looking at the same time of day, the average volume, or excuse me, the historical average volume for that exact time frame. Post 10 a.m. just straight sideways, 50-point range. Yeah. I mean, volume is slow. We got silver on the move. You're an APT? Oh, nice. Let's check on it today. I saw Des talking about it. So no trades in NQ for APT. One very nice long in YM there. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Enters right through here. Looks like it gets trailed out. Probably right in this area. Maybe down here. It's not bad. Not bad for hands free. Muggsy, one for one from a short off overnight high. Nice. That was probably trade of the morning so far, if you ask me. The overnight high up thrust. Jacob got to set up YM. Yeah, man. What are you waiting on? Let's go. Just make sure you don't rush. Don't rush. Take your time. Double check everything. Mish posted a really good guide in the think tank for everyone. Just pure barcode at this point. Look at the 5 minute. Just hammer, doji. Let's see what this next bar is. With the overnight run on NQ, this kind of price action is expected. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I would agree with that for sure. I mean, we could still hope to see some sort of setup, but alas, below average volume, just a lot of choppiness right now. Just a cash morning here. Cash days, reality of trading. Prop firms don't want you to take cash day. That's why they have those active trading day requirements. But cash days are a part of the business. I saw a post just, I think this morning or last night on Twitter about a guy trading Top Step XFA with a really large balance. It just needed, just I'm sure many of you can relate to this. I certainly can, but just needed that $150 day to secure that payout and ended up pretty much just blowing the entire account. Like, I mean, oh, I've been there. I've been there. It is painful. It's painful. And in the post, he said, I didn't have a setup, but I just wanted to hit the $150 day to initiate the payout. It's like, ah, oof. That is rough. That is rough and tough. But I've been there. I've been there. It's just a reminder, you know, just a reminder. Trade your setup. Don't even think about that payout. Don't even think about that withdrawal. Just put it out of your mind. Put it out of your mind. Forcing trades. Yep, that's what it boils down to. That's what it boils down to. Just forcing. I mean, and the barrier. Let's think about the barrier to entry to get some action in the market. You literally just click your mouse and P&L is moving. P&L is moving, so you could get lucky, hit that 150. But we got to think about the risk. The risk is it does not hit that 150. It goes against you, and then the unwind. You get frustrated. You're like, let me just get back to break even. Take another trade. Red. Blood starts to boil. We are risk managers more than anything else. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's pretty much job number one. Manage risk. Yeah, Nasdaq gave us a little uptick in volume. Can we leave this barcode? Let's see. We got a few more. I guess every time I talk about the RVOL indicator, I see more comments on that post, which tells me that even a lot of think tank members have not been through the resources tab. You got to go through that. You got to go through all the posts there. I mean, you're missing out. You're missing out on so much by not looking at all this stuff in there. Let's see. Let's get this guy added. Boom, you're in there. And then Jeff, while the market's slow. Bang. All right, Jeff, you're good. All right, PJ, take care, man. Kindly add me. Drop your TradingView username on the post. All right, Matt. Have a good weekend, man. On the post, not in the chat. TradingView username on the post. Des, are you still in Phoenix? Josh, is the RVOL tool only for TradingView? Yes. Tradeovate charting is awful. It's seriously terrible. It's so bad. Back home in Cali, nice. Yeah, I saw that video you sent me. That looked like fun. Nothing else allowed on the government network, Josh, man. That's rough. They blocked TradingView. Must have been a lot of people trading. Josh, you in a skiff? You're probably not in a skiff. You probably wouldn't be on YouTube if you're in a skiff, huh? California gas. Yeah, California gas is something else. Something else. Lower octane and just I think the most expensive in the nation, with the exception of Hawaii, of course, and maybe New York. I'm not sure. If Benny, you here? What's the gas in New York right now? Had a Tesla since 2021. Des, you got the Plaid? What model? Got to get the Plaid. Gabe, I wanted a Tesla in the past, but I like going on road trips. My father-in-law is a Tesla, takes road trips all the time. If you're in California, the supercharging network is I hear it's solid. I'm not a Tesla owner and probably wouldn't ever be one, but from what I've heard and understand, it's solid. Enjoying the 230 gas in Florida, Josh? Yeah, we got very cheap gas here in North Texas as well. God, this market as I was talking about gas prices. Oh my goodness. Look at this barcode. C7, Dave. No C8. C7Z06. Lightly modified. Jacob, Kryzen, California gas prices. Jacob, you gotta get the E85, man. Telling you. Higher octane and it's gonna be cheaper. We don't see anything like that here anymore. So disappointing GM left here. Australia, right? I'd like to visit. Yeah, you guys got some cool I see a lot of like the overlanding rigs that you guys have out there that look really cool for like longer term camping trips. That sort of stuff looks like fun. Not today over 100. Wow, sounds nice. Man, I love the heat. I love the heat and humidity. That's one thing I'll miss moving back to California. I'm probably in the minority when I say that, but I love humidity. Feels so good. I can understand why there's so many people in Florida. Yeah, yeah, really, really, man. It's nice. I hate the cold. I'll be excited to be done with winter though. I mean, the winters here in Dallas are pretty mild, but we'll get like one day of snow. Last year we didn't get any snow. Hopefully this year no snow. Oh, Gabe, you're in New York? I don't think I knew that. We don't get humidity. It's around 20%. The sun just burns. Yes. That sounds like almost like Arizona, like almost kind of deserty. I like to visit the cold and then leave when it's no longer a novelty. Yeah. Yep. Gabe wanted to move to Cali. What part? Where at? Bay Area. Gotcha. Jacob. Jacob's gatekeeping. Jacob is NorCal. You don't have to worry, man. It's all good. Yeah, Orange County's great. Orange County, it's like a little hidden gem there between SD and LA. Like Newport Beach area. Oh man, amazing. Why do you like humidity? I don't know. It just feels good. It feels good, Des. I don't know. It's like it feels like healthy. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. You know how like a lot of plants thrive in human environments? I just feel like a plant. Just like it feels nice. Don't get me wrong. When I'm inside in the summer, the AC is cranked. It's not hot inside, but when I step outside, I appreciate the heat and humidity. But inside the crib, yeah, AC is blasting, like full speed. AZ is hot and dry. Yeah, I spent 4 years in Tucson. Tucson is something else. Tucson's a very, very strange place. Yeah, Tucson is special. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you find yourself in Tucson, it's interesting. All right, Jacob, take care, man. You hang out on 4th Ave? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Met your wife in Tucson? Nice. Rich eloped to Tucson. Wow. How'd you guys land on Tucson? That's interesting. Of all the places, it's like, yeah, let's go to Tucson. And I think, aren't you in Washington? Miraval Resort. Huh, I haven't heard of that. And price, yeah, it is definitely cheap out there. How do I like my new chair? Well, if I don't sit like a shrimp like I am right now, all like hunchbacked, it's nice, man. The Herman Miller, it's a big investment. At least in my mind, like a $2,000 chair is like I spent months thinking about it, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. In the end, if you're gonna be sitting all day, 8, 10, 12 hours a day, yeah, it's like a bed, like you spend a lot of time in it. You wanna get the right thing for your body. So Nasdaq coming into the lows, patience may be paying off here. Just yapping about weather and cars. Still cash this morning. If we can get a fresh low into 820, been to Seattle once, yeah, likewise. Seattle's beautiful. I think I would probably have seasonal depression if I lived in Seattle, though. I gotta be honest. Like I would have to hit like a tanning bed like 3 times a week just to I don't know how you guys do it. Like even a mild Dallas winter, I'm just like does not feel good. Need that sunshine. Gotta hit the sauna daily. Yeah, that'll help. All right, NQ new lows. Let's see what we get here. The dirty T. Yep. 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 That's Tucson. Okay, coming into 820. So 820 by 790s the focus zone. Clean up the chart a little bit. What's the range today? What am I looking at? 131 points. Okay. And regular trading hours value area lows right there at 856. So let's see if price can just kind of push back into, I don't know, just instantly rejected right there back into the lows. And it may want to test prior day high down into 790. Give it a little try there. Basically a scratch. Little attempt right there per plan. First trade of the day. Good volume. Good volume, good location. So let's see how this area develops. Silver just ripping again. How's our higher time frame looking? So yeah, we still have this big rejection from this area. It makes the longs kind of tough. Oh, not much of a response from buyers down here. At least not yet. A little bit better. Really, you would want to see price kind of up and through. Basically, we'll call it 850. Be like ideal scenario. And then beneath 820, like we said, 790 is your prior day high. What time is it? Oh, we got 9 minutes till 11 a.m. Okay. Oh, this morning's kind of flying. For doing next to nothing, this morning's kind of flying by. Fresh lows, fresh lows. Let's see where ES is at. ES just sitting right on VWAP. And like a little support there from earlier in the day. It did make a session low as well. Yeah, not really what you want to see if you're looking for a bounce. There we go. There's 800, 25, 800. So just looking at this zone here, if this zone ends up failing to hold 820 by prior day high, where's our next spot? It's quite a bit lower, right? 675, more than 100 points lower. So looking at this 5 minute, ideally you want to see that close as a doji or better if you're looking for a bounce. If you are looking for a bounce. No, we still have 5 minutes till 11. 11 is significant just because you have a fresh 30-minute bar, fresh hourly bar. You can tend to see a little flurry of action with those new higher time frame bars. So 5 minute looks better, a little bit better there. Question is going to show follow through now, which just means price up through the high of that 5 minute bar. For now, just a little consolidation station. Oh, maybe some news there. Tape kind of accelerates a bit. What do you guys have in the feeds? Anything? I see nothing. But good volume came in with that little burst. Yeah, nothing in my feeds, at least not yet. Okay, let's see if they can reclaim 850 is kind of the level to break here. Don't see anything? Okay, that's good info. So next 2 minutes, we have the 15-minute closure. It has the potential to close as a hammer. There it goes. Okay. So let's see how far this wants to go now. Hopefully not a full retrace. We're just down to the runner. So tried it initially a little too early. That was basically a scratch. Then we scale in, scale out. A move like that we just saw is pretty much why you always want to have some profit targets set. Because are you going to tell me within that split second that candle went, you're going to react fast enough to get orders out? No way. No way at all. There's no way. So get those. If you do scale out, maybe you don't scale out, but if you scale out, just throw the orders out, get them out there. And again, the idea here, we've been talking about it pretty much all morning, but if you joined us late, we're looking for bounce versus 25,820 prior day high area. So if we can clear 890, I'll lift the trail. Right now, I just want to give this some room as we get into 11 a.m. Come on. There we go. So now I'll lift 857. Just following the little structure there, right? On the 1 minute, it just looks like prior bar low, but if you look at the 30-second, you'll see kind of a little micro structure there. And really, we'd be targeting the 920 area, 915, 920 area, kind of intraday structure point. So call it like basically right up there. Albert, what's up, man? You pushing? Good deal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, here's 11 a.m. So my risk to reward is becoming a little bit negatively skewed here. I'd like to trail a bit tighter. See how this 900 is going to be treated, but basically I want to bring this thing up right there. There's 900. We'll go a little bit more. The double zero can sometimes bring a reaction, meaning 25,900. And considering I'm only targeting 915, do I really want to give back that much for an additional 15 points? Definitely not. So right now we're fairly close to a 1-to-1 on the open position as far as where my trail is and where the upside is, the PT, TP, whatever. Albert always going for all-time high. Nice. Let's go 890 here on the trail, and this should take me out. Come on, a little more. A little bit more. Dang. 910. That's unfortunate if I get trailed now. All right, we'll go ahead and capture whatever's left here. There we go. There we go. Come on, Albert. Buy a few more. See that intraday resistance. You're trailing? All right. I'm gonna break 910. We should be there. There's basically value area high intraday. Going for 953. Yeah, I like that target. I just expect a seller here in the 915, 920 area. So I'm gonna trail a 30-second prior bar low. I'll just call it good here. D-Wall, stay away. There we go. Oh, good game. Pretty happy with that trade. Come on. There it is. All right. So that was one trade idea with two executions. First execution, tad early. I was a little bit too early initially. We take some profit off, stop on the rest, as you can see. Next entry, I scale in, scale in, scale in. And again, the idea, just to recap, if you joined us a little late or you're confused, we're talking about the bounce versus 25,820 level of interest, as well as prior day high right in this area. So you have the confluence of a level of interest and then a reference point, and then VWAP is right through there too. For the VWAP enjoyers, now we talked about the 5 minute doji right there, right? And basically, if price could show some follow through on the doji, you may get the bounce. And there we have it. There's the trade idea. There's the trade execution. And that was the only trade today. I might just call it right there, to be honest. I mean, we waited a long time for that. That was pretty good patience. Gabe, you're out of here. Nice trade, man. We'll see you tomorrow. Josh, small green on that first bounce. Didn't take the second entry. All good. All good. Sometimes we're a little bit early, right? So when you're a little bit early, I remember this is something I actually picked up from Mario. I don't know if Mario is still here, but years and years ago, he's like, this had to be like 2018, 2019. He's like, when price is in that area, even when you take that execution, even when you're done with the trade, you have to stay focused. You have to stay focused. There might be another opportunity. And this is pretty much case in point. Gotta stay focused. Gotta keep an eye on it because you may have just been a little bit early. Yeah, it does. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Gotta look for the potential re-entry if price continues to prove you correct. If the idea continues to pan out. Look at that move in ES as well. Nice bounce versus VWAPy. Just happy you didn't chase, Josh. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Never want to chase. There's the seller right there, a value area high. So it looks like my target was spot on, at least initially. Albert, you trailed. Trade review. Nice. Yeah. Post up that trade review. I'd love to see more people using the trade review tab. So get that trade review posted. We do have the coaching call today after the close. So if you're in the Traders Think Tank, be sure to join us. The live session is available to all community members. So jump in, jump in. We'll be going over the day's action. I'll give a detailed recap of my trade here, and then it'll be an open Q&A. So bring the questions. And I think we will call it right there. Thank you guys for your time. It was a solid morning. See, a morning like this, it's a little bit slower, but again, we have to focus on the process. Are you staying patient? Are you waiting for the trade to come to you? Or are you just slapping everything? Got to focus on the process, not the outcome. It's all about the process. Today was a great example of that. So, hope you guys had a good one. We'll be live again tomorrow for Sushi Friday. And if you're in the think tank, I will see you in the chat and after the close today. Have a great rest of your day, folks. Take care.